Francis Xavier Ngannou was born on September 5th, 1986 in Cameroon, located in the middle of Africa. Ngannou was raised in Bati, Cameroon by a single mother. Francis used to walk 6 miles to school every single day, and then he was digging sand mines at the age of 10. It wasn't until Francis turned 26 that he would dedicate his life to becoming a professional fighter. There was only one problem. How on earth was he going to escape Cameroon? Ngannou's journey started by first traveling north to Nigeria. During an interview on the Joe Rogan podcast, he said, "Nigeria is next to Cameroon, so we don't even need a visa going in from Cameroon. So in Nigeria, we are free." He then went from Algeria to Morocco, then Morocco to Spain. During his trip, Ngannou was forced to go to the hospital from cutting his stomach open on barbed wire during his first attempt of crossing the border. After being treated for his injuries, the police dumped him off on the streets. Determined to make it to Spain, Francis took a boat wrapped in silver foil to cross the border. The silver foil was used to avoid the infrared motion detectors and helicopters that were trying to catch him. Ngannou made it to Spain on April 3rd, a year after leaving Cameroon. Although he had made it to Cameroon, he was kept in a Spanish prison for 2 months. This is what Francis ended up saying. "They bring you to this detention center. This is like a harsh prison. They just want to break you down mentally. At some point, you go crazy in there." Ngannou was released 2 months later after the country of Spain failed to deport him due to his false identification. A homeless Ngannou arrived in France, and while trying to find a boxing gym to train, he was forced to sleep in the parking lot. He eventually found a boxing gym though, and crossed paths with Fernand Lopez, a coach at an MMA factory in Paris, who convinced Francis to switch from boxing to MMA. Francis slept in the gym and made his professional MMA debut after a few short months of training. Francis went 5-1 before being picked up by the UFC in 2015. Francis Ngannou has a professional record of 17-3 with 12 knockouts and 4 submissions. On January 28, 2017, he knocks out Andrei Arlovski. His very next fight in December of that year, he goes up against Alexander Overeem and does a vicious knockout via uppercut that not only made Overeem's toes and body completely stiff upon impact, but also put Ngannou on the map as a dangerous contender in the heavyweight division.
Leonard's phone to try to get a matchup with Ngannou. Oh! Goes the Reem! Francis Ngannou!
January 20th, 2018, Francis Ngannou would get his first title shot versus the best heavyweight in UFC history, Stipe Miocic. Sadly, Francis would lose by unanimous decision. He would go on to lose his next fight to Derrick Lewis, which was arguably deemed the most boring fight in modern UFC history, with neither fighter throwing many punches. However, for over the next 3 years, he will wreck shop and knock out 5 of the best heavyweights in Curtis Blades, Cain Velasquez, Junior Dos Santos, and he would go on to get a brutal 26-second knockout of Yair Rozenstruik.
Oh!
It's over.
Ngannou's impressive knockout streak earned him another shot at the heavyweight strap with Stipe Miocic. This time, he stayed composed, he showed an insane improvement in his takedown defense, and in round 2, Ngannou pushes forward and knocks out Stipe Miocic out cold.
Nice counter right from Miocic, who is now down and out. Francis Ngannou can finally call himself the greatest heavyweight in the world.
And last but most certainly not least, in his last fight of the UFC, before leaving the promotion, he defeats Cyril Gane via unanimous decision. What makes this victory so insane is that he had a torn ACL during this fight. After this fight, Francis Ngannou and the UFC will part ways due to contractual discrepancies. Francis wanted the ability to do fighting obligations outside of UFC, whether it be boxing or MMA. The UFC later made a statement that they would move on from Ngannou after over a year of failed negotiations, but stated that the deal would have made Francis Ngannou the highest paid heavyweight in the company's history. Fast forward to 2023, Francis Ngannou fought the lineal, undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world in Tyson Fury. While in Saudi Arabia, His Majesty not only brought out every champion in current and former combat sports history, but also had superstars like Cristiano Ronaldo, Kanye West, Conor McGregor, The Undertaker, Israel Adesanya, the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman. Anybody that was somebody was there. At the beginning of the fight, Tyson Fury said, "Time to go to school." In the third round of the fight though, Ngannou shocked the world when he dropped Tyson Fury. Francis Ngannou ended up losing the fight to a close split decision, with many saying that he was robbed due to boxing politics. Regardless of the outcome, this fight showed that Francis Ngannou is athletic, can stay composed, and can be a legitimate top heavyweight contender in the heavyweight division of boxing. Hey man, say man, that's the end of the video, bro. Hopefully all of you out there love the video. If you like this video, please like, please comment, please subscribe. We want all of you guys to join us. We're on the road to 100 subscribers by the end of next month, and by the end of the year, we would like to have 300 subscribers. I can't do it without you guys, so if you know somebody who likes combat sports, make sure you let a friend know. Maybe let your auntie know. Maybe let your uncle know. Who knows? But until next time, let me know what y'all want to see in the comment section below. Again, I'm your host, Kira, aka Rucker the Gold. Episode 20 in the books. Let's go. Let's keep going.